the world, right?
Exactly.
So as you can see, there is Chile versus Germany, 9 p.m. on Sunday. We've been asking you that on social media as well throughout the course of the day. So many comments flooding in. I will be getting to them shortly. Or even better yet, how about this? Call directly live into studio. The number is 0711 046 444. It's the number that you're currently seeing on your screen right now. So call us. Let us know who do you think will win it. Any comments that you have, questions that you have in regards to the conversations that we're having tonight. So the Brazilian Serie A is what we're biting into first, and it's table toppers Corinthians who will be hosting Botafogo in Sunday's Brazilian Serie A clash. So as you can see on your screen there, it will be happening on Sunday, July 2nd at 10 p.m. Now, Mutiso, to you, because it's actually just 10 games of the season, and these two teams are already 11 points adrift.
Corinthians are still leading in the league. You can see that they are unbeaten in 5 matches. They are quite on a run. And Botafogo, I think it's been a topsy-turvy season for them, and they're not that much. I don't see them closing in on Corinthians. So today it will be a hard game for Botafogo, and I think it will be a huge task ahead, trying to beat Corinthians at home. And we both know, both of us know how Corinthians are tough at home.
Definitely, they are quite tough. And Corinthians, speaking of being tough and what Mutiso is mentioning, Situma, unbeaten so far in their campaign, 10 games in. Will it continue?
Exactly, they are playing as defending champions. Remember, they won, they are the champions from last season, so they deserve to be at the top. They have best, I can say they have best attack in the Brazilian league because they are scoring goals, and Botafogo, they stand no chance playing Corinthians away because this is a team that is well motivated with the way they are playing, and they are so confident that we are winning home and away. And if you want to be the champions, as I always say, in football you have to win games home and away. So Botafogo, they stand no chance in winning against Corinthians. They are having a very, very good run, and the points, the gap between the two teams can tell you that.
Yeah, and the attack, as you're saying, is absolutely brilliant. And Corinthians actually beat Grêmio 1-0 last week. Now, this was quite surprising, Mutiso, because Grêmio were actually averaging 2.55 goals per game previous to that particular thrashing by Corinthians. So the fact that they didn't score any actually is a testament to just how good their defensive capabilities are as Corinthians.
Yes, they have 7 clean sheets in the last 10 outings, and 4 of which they are consecutive. And I actually bet in that match.
Yeah, as usual.
As usual, Corinthians were away, and it was clearly that it will be a game which will be at a 2.5, and we all saw that Corinthians won that game. And I was a happy man at the end of the day.
All right, he was a happy man indeed. He's always happy because he's always betting and winning. But speaking of Corinthians' last game, let's actually check out their last 5 and their recent form. What do you make of their recent form, Situma?
They have a good run. They have won 3 games. They have drawn 2 games. They drew 1-1 against Boyacá. They won against Grêmio. They won 3-0 against Bahia. They drew 0-0 against Coritiba, and again they won 1-0 against Cruzeiro. And this one tells you, like, we want to be the champions again, and having a good defensive line. They are being helped to the good defense in their team, and I believe, and also the attackers are scoring goals. So the coach is enjoying his moment in this team.
Right, lots of clean sheets as you're seeing there with the Corinthians. But let's actually move on to Botafogo, who dominate but unfortunately don't convert. The team do have a conversion problem, their latest being a 2-0 loss to Avaí. It was strange, Mutiso, considering the stats, you know.
The stats don't normally predict the end of the match, because it's only the goals that are considered in the match. And you can see in their last 5 matches, they lost against Atletico Mineiro. That is Ronaldinho Gaucho's previous team. I love that guy, he's a legend.
Look at him, he's already pulling Steve Muguna on us.
Sure. Yeah,
Right.
they lost against 2-0 against Avaí, which is an unknown team for me. They won against Vasco da Gama, which are several places below them, and they won against Chapecoense, who are not having a very good season in the Brazilian Serie A, and also they drew against Vitória.
All right, and that particular loss to Avai there, Situma, was actually quite strange because, you know, this team had 66% of the possession and then didn't manage to convert anything.
Exactly, that's football, and it was a shock result for them. They didn't expect that, and they went on losing. In fact, it was they lost at home, so it was a shock for them, and it's not good. It was not good time for them because they are traveling to Corinthians, a team that is enjoying the top form. So I think they have panicked. If I'm a player and have been in that situation, if you lose to a lowly team, as the team that is down on the log, and then you are going to face the champions, the team that is enjoying the top form, then you have something to worry about. But again, it's football. You never know.
You never
As I
ever
said,
know.
obviously the stats don't bring out the probable score of the match. As you saw yesterday with Mexico versus Germany, Mexico dominated the match from start to finish. But then again, it's all the goals that matter at the end of the day, because they had 26 shots to Germany's 12.
Oh my.
And yet they were beaten 4-1.
Speaking of 26 shots to Germany's 1, Botafogo had what, 17 corners?
17 corners, 28 shots.
Situma, how do you have 17 corners and 28 shots on goal, but you end up losing a game with 66% possession?
I think as a coach, if that statistics comes out, then you have some work to do in the team, because you know, at times in football you have to use that moments of set pieces, but these are a lot of set pieces, like a lot of corners and more possession. They had more of the ball, and I don't know what happened, because they went on losing 2-0.
Oh my gosh.
I think Avai came with a game plan that they will let Botafogo just stay with the ball, but they will hit them on the counter attack. Maybe that's what happened, and they got 2 goals out of it.
And it was probably very quick counter attacks.
Yes,
you know
very
that
quick
by the time the
counter-attack.
defense is trying to get
You know
together,
Brazilians.
you're done. Yeah,
Yeah, very
basically.
true.
The two teams have played about, what, 31 times. Corinthians have taken it 9 times. Botafogo have won it 11. And the two teams have drawn 11 times. So based on that, let me give you the odds. Let me know, how do you see it going? It's 1.60 for Corinthians to win it at home in the Corinthians Arena, the 48,000-seater stadium, and it's 3.79 for a draw between the two teams, and it's a whopping 6.15 for Botafogo to take it at Corinthians. So, Situma, how do you see this one going?
It's no brainer. I'll give it Corinthians. These
Oh,
are
man.
a 3-0.
3-0 to Corinthians. What about you? And over 2.5 there from Situma. What about you?
I think I'll agree with Situma, although the scoreline, I think it will be less of the 3-0 is saying. Because, you can see the defense of Botafogo is not that good, but Corinthians at home, I think they are also defensive-minded. They are a defensive-minded team. Even if they average maybe 1.8 goals per match, I don't see this being a high-scoring game. And I'm seeing another 1-0 following up after the Grêmio match, 1-0. And also this game will be 1-0.
All right, so you're definitely seeing Corinthians keeping yet another clean sheet. Okay, at least we agree on that. Let us know, and even more importantly, let us know what you think between Germany and Chile. That will be the Confederations Cup. Call in. It's 0711046444. Let me just read out a few of your comments so far that are streaming in on social media. So, this is Tugize Bonaya saying Chile will win it with Super Alexis. Samuel Mwangi is saying Chile Tachukua. George Otuoma is saying Chile. Oh, wow. Mike MK is saying Germany. So, out of what? 4, only 1 for Germany and 3 for Chile. So many other comments are flooding in. I will be reading them out as the time goes by. Right now, we have to dive into yet another Brazilian Serie A team. It's Coritiba taking on Vasco da Gama very late into the night here in Nairobi. Will be at 1 a.m. on Monday, July 3rd. Now, Situma, Coritiba is 9th, Vasco da Gama is 6th. But don't let the standings fool you, because the points are very much the same.
Yeah, they're all 15 points apiece, and if you watch the two teams play and the statistics, these are the teams that they are not scoring goals, and they are letting in goals. So it's a 50-50 affair. Vasco is going to play away to Coritiba, but it will be a very low-scoring game. But I believe Coritiba has had a very, very inconsistent season, and I believe they have a chance to recover, because if you watch their last 5 games, they have not done very well. But they are playing Vasco, who is coming in this game, having won their last game against Atletico. So I believe they are coming with a morale. They know that, okay, we have a chance to win this game. But again, Coritiba, if they want to not to go on losing the game, then they have a chance to against Vasco to make sure that they turn the tables.
All right, so Coritiba with a chance for recovery there, but at the same time, they've been handed quite a blow to one of their strikers, Mutiso.
Their leading scorer, Henrik Almeida, who so far scored 2 goals. Yeah, they're not that consistent in scoring, and I see this match, judging by the head-to-head, Coritiba with 8 wins, Vasco with 11 and 4 draws, and also by their form. In 5 matches, you've seen Coritiba how they are. They're not winning matches in the last 5 matches, and Vasco, they're having that's not a bad run. At least in 5, they've lost 2 and won 3. So I think it won't be a one-sided affair. I think it will maybe a 50-50 match.
All right, what's happened, Situma? First of all, before we get back to that, what's happened to Kleber? Because there was a situation there, a very funny one over the week.
I think he is having a ban for spitting to against an opponent. So that's a very, very sad thing for a player. But again, as a coach, you don't have to worry. If you have a striker, like you have gone 10 games and has just scored 2 goals, even if you lose him in the next game, then it doesn't worry you, because as a team, you're not doing good. So you just have to come up with a strategy that will make sure that a team plays together as a group, and make sure that you come out from that situation. You make sure that you are winning games.
All right. Any key players? You already discussed Fabiano, quite a veteran there. Mutiso.
Yeah, Luis Fabiano has been there for Brazil national team, and right now, we're very surprised, still playing standing up for Vasco da Gama. Actually, with 5 goals. That's a good thing considering his years in football. And I see maybe him niching a goal or 2.
All right, a goal or 2.
A goal or 2. I'm seeing this as a high-scoring match.
Okay, quite daring there. I want to get your prediction, Situma. These are the odds. It's 1.90 for Coritiba to take it at home, and it's 3.36 for draw between the two teams. It's 4.44 for Vasco da Gama. Luis Fabiano's Vasco da Gama, that is, to take it away at Coritiba. Based on these odds and, of course, the recent form, what is their head-to-head before we actually do get a prediction from you guys? The head-to-head is playing 23 times, Coritiba winning it 8, Vasco da Gama winning it 11 times, and the two teams drawing 4 times. So if we can get a bit of precedent from the head-to-head, there it is, 8 times for Coritiba, 11 times for Vasco, and the two teams drawing 4 times. Can this give us a precedent? What do you think, Situma?
Yeah, Vasco has had more wins against Coritiba, but again, as I said, times when you go on losing 2 games consecutively, then as a coach, you have to think about the team, and I believe they have a chance, because Vasco is not the Vasco, the team we knew like maybe some years back. So at this juncture, I believe Coritiba has a chance to redeem themselves and make sure that they come up with 3 points.
So you're seeing a Coritiba win?
I'm seeing a 2-1.
A 2-1
for Coritiba.
Okay, what about you, Mutiso?
You can see these two teams, they are mid-table teams, and quite mid-table teams are very exciting matches, and they always play open games. You see in the last 5 matches, Coritiba drew against Corinthians. Corinthians, they're leading the table, and you can see the positions of both teams. And with Vasco, they lost against Botafogo, who are not having a good season. So you can see there's not much predictability. So yeah, I tend to bet on the safety side, on the safe side, and I'm seeing this maybe in a GG.
Okay,
goal.
All right, that's a GG for Mutiso.
Mutiso is so much, is an investor, my friend.
He's invested, Situma. This guy is invested in betting.
You have to know how to look for money.
Definitely.
Exactly. And these two teams, you see, they're having a topsy-turvy, and they turn up against big teams. You see, Coritiba, they drew against Corinthians. They prevented against
He doesn't want to say who will come up
Corinthians.
as a winner. I just want to say
You're seeing that analysis, eh? All
So
right,
I'm trying
guys.
to be safe here.
All right,
I'm seeing a goal for this
I'm
match.
loving the predictions. On that note, let's take a quick break. I do want to hear what you at home have to say about what we're talking about. Who do you think will take the Confederations Cup? Any other team and any other match that we are actually analyzing tonight? Call us in and let us know what you think. It's 0711 046 444. This is The Odds. Don't go far.
The National Super League is not for the faint-hearted.
Kama wewe si mwanaume sidhani kama unaweza cheza, ni ball ngumu sana.
Playing the NSL is more difficult than playing in the Premier League.
With the largest number of clubs in the land, only those with experience achieve.
Nimeenda Ujerumani, nimesoma mpira.
And I've done my diploma in Brazil.
With the largest pool of talent, only those clubs with strategy win.
When people run headlines that say KCB vaults raided and they are referring to the football club being relegated, that sounds off. So we had to clean it up very quickly.
With diverse ambitions, only those clubs with a vision thrive.
We'll be listed on the stock exchange. We want to have our own stadium.
Don't miss NSL Club Life only on Bomba Sport.
Welcome back. You're watching The Odds with me, Ida Orenga. I want to hear from you. Call us in directly and live into studio. It's 0711-046-444. And let us know what you think between Chile and Germany. Who are you going for? Are you South American? Are you European? So let us know, who do you think will take it between the two teams? Now, it's the match that will basically give us the best loser in the Confederations Cup. Both these teams lost in the semis, so I guess it's now playing for third place. And of course, the two teams I am talking about are Portugal versus Mexico. It's the Confederations Cup third place, and it will be happening on Sunday at 3 p.m. July 3rd. If we could have that up on screen, Sunday, July 2nd at 3 p.m. Now, do third place games really matter, Situma?
Exactly, because we are playing for pride, and I think we have also something small for the team. We have to, like money, we are here for for money. As much as I want to give Portugal, but they're in a situation whereby they'll have it rough against Mexico, because remember against their game against Chile, they played up to the extra times, and that's so strenuous to the players. So Mexico played only 90 minutes. Remember, they feel they didn't do well because they lost many opportunities against Germany. But remember, they had a very, very good game, and they are facing a side, Portugal, which has a good defense. They are not letting in goals, and I believe Portugal has an edge over Mexico in this game. All
right, so any opportunity, even a third place game, is a chance to make money right here on The Odds. We embrace it all. But what really happened to Mexico against Germany?
First of all, before we get there, I'll say I've had a very fruitful week.
We're making money.
We're making money. With the COSAFA and the federations, and also the Europeans and 21, the Europa League, and also the Champions League playoffs that started this week. And one of the matches that gave me money this week was Portugal versus Chile. It was a 0-0 draw, put under 2.5. And I got some money from it. And also the Mexico game yesterday, I just talked about it earlier in this show, where Mexico, even with all their possession, all their statistics, all their dominance, 26 shots on target, 8 shots on targets, 26 shots on goal, and still losing 4-1 against a very efficient Germany side and very young Germany side. And in this match, Portugal, of course, they have a good defense, but their attack is quite blunt right now, because Cristiano Ronaldo, we all know that he just got twins, and he went back to his homeland, Portugal. He got twins from a surrogate mom, and congratulations to him. And they won't have, Portugal won't have their captain and lead scorer for this match. And I think Mexico are going to take that advantage. And I think the person who's going to fill in the shoes for Cristiano Ronaldo, and I think that will be either Nani or Gelson Martins, he'll have a tough task against Mexico.
It will be quite a tough one. It's Cristiano with his 2 new babies.
Wow.
It's Eva and Matteo. They're quite a happy dad. They're the newest dad in town, Situma. What do you make of that? Will his absence be missed by Portugal?
Of course, he's a leader, he's a fighter for the team. And remember, he tried his level best to make sure that they qualify for the final, but it didn't happen. In penalty shootouts, he waited to have a 5th penalty.
But then what did you think of that?
Of course, okay. At times in football, when you score the last kick, maybe getting the team to the next stage or to the final, then you are happy. It's an emotional
the
feeling,
hero.
and you feel like the hero at the moment. But I tend to disagree with Mutiso. Like, okay, maybe Mexico, like they had all the game throughout since from the start against Germany. Germany had a very, very, very strong start, and in football, it's one thing having chances, another thing scoring. And remember, Germany, 2 attacks, 2 goals, and that's football. And Mexico had a couple of chances and they didn't score. But remember, they were playing a very, very young side, although these players are playing in the big teams. But they're all, we can say they're young players, they're coming up in a good way. And I just like the German structures, because remember, the under-21, they are facing Spain in the final. So as a country, I believe in football, they are doing something good. And remember, they're facing Chile in the final, and believe me, they'll be Champions Confederation.
All right. So is this the sort of game, Mutiso, that's given to first-team players, or is this more fringe?
Okay, I think for Portugal, okay, the penalty shootouts are very, it's a game of nerves. And I think they are lost to Chile, who I think they are, what can I say, veterans in penalty shootouts, because in the last 2 Copa Americas, they've beaten Argentina in the finals through penalty shootouts. And I think it was Chile held their nerves against Portugal in that very emotional, but it was a pathetic show from Portugal in the penalties. They lost 3 penalties. And I think, for myself, I think as a captain, Ronaldo should have taken the mantle and started the penalties, and I think maybe they could have had a different outcome.
What if we put it this way? Like, Bravo had a good game in penalty.
Instead of Portugal having a bad one, exactly, Bravo had a good
game.
No, I still disagree with Situma, because as a captain, you have to lead the team from the front. You see,
but he has done that several times, like taking the 5th
Yes,
penalty.
several times. But these are
Exactly.
semi-finals. And it's the penalties.
Exactly.
And the team, they didn't manage to score. And he was the leading scorer, but he didn't manage to score. The game ended in 0-0. So they needed at least someone they could look up to.
Mutiso,
and that's why I needed
listen,
Cristiano Ronaldo to go and take the first
then
penalty.
what happens? Cristiano Ronaldo takes the first penalty, he scores. The second penalty, they score. The third, the fourth, and then the 5th, because maybe the 5th one, if you score, we are in the finals, and maybe you have panic, you can't score. Because for them, they thought, if we make it 4, and again, maybe the 5th one, we have our captain to take the 5th penalty, then he has a strong character to make us through the finals.
I think we will go about this on and on and
yes,
on again.
and on. Thank you for that. I didn't know I was hosting Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. My gosh. Okay, guys, let's have a look at the last 5. Portugal's last 5. It's been It's been 3 wins and 2 draws, so pretty much unbeaten in their last 5, except of course the draw was actually 0-0 by 90, but in reality Portugal did lose to Chile on penalties.
Exactly.
But yeah, as you can see there, it's just scratching the last draw, which was actually a loss. It's 3 wins and 1 other draw. Okay, so let's go to Mexico's last 5 games very quickly there, so that we can see their recent form. How have Mexico been doing? So of course they did lose. Oh man, it was horrible. It was painful to watch. It was 4-1 thrashing to Germany there, and 3 wins and 1 draw. What did you make, Situma, of Mexico's form, just generally in the tournament?
Generally, they have done good, because out of 5 games, if you win 3 games and drew 1 and losing 1, that's something good for them. And remember, they have lost against a big team. Remember, Germany, if you mention Germany, then Brazilians know the name Germany. Remember World Cup in the semi-finals, giving a Brazilian 7 goals. So losing 4 goals to Germany, I think they have done very well. They have tried their best, because they played against a good team.
Yeah, and Mutiso, are there any players who've impressed you in Portugal or Mexico throughout this tournament, and who you think will make a difference in this game?
In Portugal, I think I'll go for Gelson Martins. He's number 11 on the left wing, and I think he's having a good tournament. He's a young player. I'm surprised he didn't turn up for the under-21s, but I'm glad he's trying to turn up for the senior team, and he's trying his best. And for Mexico, the person who has impressed me most, it is Jonathan Dos Santos, the 2 brothers, Giovanni Dos Santos, who are former Barcelona graduates, and also they both were in Spurs, Tottenham Hotspurs, and they turned up for the tournament. And yesterday, it was just a joy to watch them play.
All right, good stuff. I like that. Let's take in a call. Hello. Hello there. All right, the connection not too good there. Let's try another one. Hello? What's your name? Hello? All right, so not the best there. We can't continue with the conversation. So based on all this, let me give you guys the odds. Situma, I want your prediction. It's 2.30 for Portugal to take it, and it's 3.48 for a draw between the two teams, and it's 3.05 for Mexico to take it. The game will be played in Moscow. So Situma, how do you see this one going?
I'm seeing a draw because Portugal, they don't have their leading striker up front, and I can't see them having goals. And also, as I said, I think at the back they are sorted. They have good defenders, and they can keep it clean up to the end of the 90 minutes. So I can see it a draw.
All right. So, but if this goes to penalties, it's safe to say Portugal won't win it.
But they can, sure, because at times when you lose penalty, okay, you are relieved. You see, you are going to take penalty. Okay, everyone knows that you are going to lose. But if you score, then it's a plus for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't lose. You know, it's either this or this.
Exactly.
Because you're so bad anyway.
Sure.
What about you, Mutiso?
For this match, I think for my fellow bettors, and I'll advise again, because I've advised before, that when the odds are too close, you see Portugal have a 2.85 and Mexico have 3. That's a very close odds. And this, the bet fixers, they are quite intelligent, because they try to play with your mind. And when it's this close, the odds, it will be a goal for me.
Okay, so it will be a goal.
Yes,
you
in the group
called
stages.
It, Situma, you called it.
In the group stages, they drew 2-2.
All right.
And Ronaldo was a standout performer.
Yeah.
And scoring one and assisting the other.
Man of the match.
Man of the match. It's always a joy to watch Cristiano. Currently, he's just the best footballer in the world for me. And right now, he's not there. So I think it will be a game of pride, just like Situma said. It will be a game of pride, and both teams will want to show we're trying to bow out of the tournament with our heads held up high. Mexico have a long way to go back to to
all
America.
the way back to South America.
Yes, and Portugal, they don't have a long journey, so it will just be a game of who's better than the other, who had a great tournament than the other, because they both bowed out in the semi-finals. So it will be a goal for me.
Itakuwa kupimana nguvu.
But the funny thing is that Mexicans, there are a lot of fans, traveling fans to Russia to see them play. They have a good team.
Those people are patriotic,
exactly,
I tell you. I
they
love
their
I
team.
wish we could implement more of the same
exactly.
actually
And
here
even
in Kenya.
the way, if you watch Mexico play, the players, they have passion, they want to win.
Yeah.
And they were just unlike against Germany.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, quite an unfortunate situation there for them. But let's actually move back to the Brazilian Serie A, where a team that's currently 8th on the log will be taking on a team that started quite well. Chapecoense, they started the season off on such a blast that unfortunately has slowly dwindled all the way to 13th position. So it's Fluminense taking on Chapecoense at 2 a.m. These games happen so late for some of us Kenyans on Monday night. So Mutiso, your take on how this will go very quickly.
Okay, Chapecoense, I think they're trying to give more priority to the Copa Sudamericana, and I think that's why they're not having a good season in the league. They're conceding an average of 2.7 matches, and I think this will be just too much for them. Fluminense are also scoring goals, and I see them winning this match.
All right, and actually what you're saying is quite true, because it's very worrying the rate at which Chapecoense are actually conceding. It's 2.7 goals per game in the last 7 games, as Mutiso is correctly pointing out here. Based on that, let's have a look at Chape's last 5 games. Their recent form has been quite difficult to watch. It's 4 losses and 1 win. But let's not forget that this is a team that is rebuilding. Not so, Situma.
Exactly. They signed almost 25 players after the tragedy, after the accident in the plane. So I believe they are rebuilding the team, and as players, because you playing also, you have some emotions. You are a human being, and it's really taking toll to them, because you see their form. They have lost almost 4 games out of their 5 games, and they are facing Fluminense, the team that is coming from the winning 4-0 against Católica. So, and they are going to play away from home. And I remember, come next week, maybe they'll be facing maybe Barcelona. It's just in the process of maybe rebuilding to make sure that the competitiveness comes back to the team and they move where they were, but it will take some time. So if they make sure that they finish, they try the level best to make sure that they finish top 10, then it will be good for them. But we don't expect them to maybe to compete at the top.
Yeah, the game with Barcelona will actually be happening towards the beginning of August there, so at least they do have a bit of time. And as we keep saying, it's a team that's rebuilding. Already them holding fort as well as they are is already such a good thing about them. It's something to actually be congratulated on quite a lot. Situma, or rather Mutiso, what's your take? Any key players who would change this game?
Yeah, we have Fluminense Wendell, who is a promising player in the Brazil league right now, and he scored a stunner in the Copa Sudamérica this week.
Hey, that was a goal.
It was a goal and a half, and both teams are playing in this Copa Sudamericana, but Chapecoense, they don't have that depth in their squad, and that's why they're giving priority for the first team players to rest in the league, and that's why they're not having a good run. But Fluminense, they have depth in the squad, and that's why they're doing good both in the Serie A and also in Copa Sudamericana.
Yeah, and Fluminense scoring right, left, and center. It was 4-0, as Situma was saying, that they won against Católica. I think the game happened less than 24 hours ago. Let's quickly have a look at their last 5. We had a look at Chape's last 5. So as you're seeing there, it's 2 wins, it's 2 draws, and 1 loss. The solitary loss coming up against Grêmio. This Grêmio is really killing people, eh?
Yeah, it's a good team. They are second on the log.
Yeah.
So they are competing, and they are keeping Corinthians on toes at the top.
They really, really are. And this is how the odds are looking. It's 1.66 for Fluminense to take it at home. It's 3.74 for a draw, and it's 5.61 for Chape to take it away. So Situma, a quick prediction from you.
I'll give Fluminense. They have a chance to win this. I'm giving them a 2-0 against Chape.
All right. What about you, Mutiso?
Chapecoense, I think they still don't have a chance in the Copa Sudamericana, so I think they'll right now give priority now to the league. And for this match, since Fluminense, they gave me money last night, by the way. I thought I should bring that up.
You can't give priority to the game that your last game you have gone on losing 4 consecutive games on a trail.
Yeah, but that's because they have depth in their team, and because of that, they're playing Copa Sudamericana, and their first teamers, they had to play in this match. So since they bowed out of the Copa Sudamericana, as Ida rightly put it, I think in this match, they'll come guns blazing, and it will be, I'll play safe in this match. So 1x for me.
1x. Yes. All right, guys, on that note, let's take another quick break. Keep calling us, 0711046444. We do want to know, who do you think will win it between Germany and Chile? That will be the Confederations Cup final. Don't go far. This is the odds.
They say life is a game and people the players.
Nikimgonga siendelee na game, naenda nafanya shopping yangu mzuri ya nyumba, nguo zangu pale Moi Avenue na kurelax.
Wakenya wana bet sababu ya pesa.
Youth saizi hawana chapa.
Pia jobs sai Kenya ukiangalia hakuna.
You can't win unless you play. But sometimes playing the game can be frustrating.
I only lost remaining 2 minutes. Nikapoteza 780,000.
But other times, the returns on investment can be life-changing.
Asubuhi kuamuka, nashangaa hii message ni ya nani? Kuangalia 43,000 na niliweka hivyo, sikuamini.
Be a smart investor. Never make the same mistake twice.
Now, labda ni FC.
Arsenal imekuwa ikinipatia pressure sana.
Before you place a bet, watch the odds with Ida Waringa on Bamba Sport.
The National Super League is not for the faint-hearted.
Kama wewe si mwanaume sidhani kama unaweza cheza, ni ball ngumu sana.
Playing the NSL is more difficult than playing in the Premier League.
With the largest number of clubs in the land, only those with experience achieve.
Nimeenda Ujerumani, nimesoma mpira.
And I've done my diploma in Brazil.
With the largest pool of talent, only those clubs with strategy win.
When people run headlines that say KCB vaults raided and they are referring to the football club being relegated, that sounds off. So we had to clean it up very quickly.
With diverse ambitions, only those clubs with a vision thrive.
We'll be listed on the stock exchange. We want to have our own stadium.
Don't miss NSL Club Life only on Bamba Sport. When it's Monday night, then it's time for much awaited football banter.
Well, look no more.
Get all the goals, in-depth analysis, and the latest news in the world of football.
Join me, Ida Orenga, every 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. on Monday Night Football, right here on Bamba Sport, the home of true fans. You need to put your money where your mouth is when it comes to the Confederations Cup final. Chile will be taking on Germany at 9 p.m. That will be on July 2nd, Sunday night. And we've been asking you throughout the course of the day on social media, who do you see taking it between these two teams? Well, a lot of you so far, when it comes to the comments, have been going for Chile, quite surprisingly so, I might add. But we do have at Nelson Kipkoech here, who is saying the German mission will take it. Evan Storr is also saying Germany. January Mbuika saying Germany. Inayo Koech Cheru Deno saying Chile iwashtue vile walitoka draw na Portugal. Ulicheki game ya Germany vile walifanyia Mexico jana. All right, I love it. Keep the comments coming in. Use the hashtag the odds and let us know who you think will take it. So it's time rather now for the multi-bet. So let's start off with Mutiso right here, who's kicking us off with some internationals.
This is where the money is. We have Germany under 21 versus Spain under 21. The finals are tonight. Actually, bettors, if you're listening to me right now, you should get to your phones right now or laptops and try to bet right now because the match is starting at 9:45.
Okay.
Yes, and for me, this game, it will be over 2.5. Spain under 21 have had an excellent run in this European. And if you see their squad, if you get to the details right now, I think we'll take the whole night because the under 21 squad is just like the senior team. You have players from Barcelona, from Atletico Madrid, from Real Madrid. Marco Asensio, the top scorer, he scored a hat-trick in the group stages. We have Saul Niguez, he scored a hat-trick against Italy.
Oh, better call Saul. Saul
the
is
meanest
amazing.
defenses in also the league. And you have Sandro Ramirez, who's attracting interest from Monaco. So it will be an over 0.25 for me. And I'll see Spain taking this, but there's not much money. There's not too much money in a straightforward Spain win. But an over 2.5 in Germany, who have been conceding goals left, right, and center in this tournament, and an over 2.5 for me. The second match, USA versus Ghana. It will be a goal for me. Bruce Arena, who's making a comeback to the national team. They have Clem Dempsey from the USA, Matt Miazga, Geoff Cameron, Josie Altido, and Christian Pulisic. And Ghana have Kwesi Appiah, who played in the United States, also in the MLS. They have the Ayew brothers, Jordan and also Andre. And also they have Asamoah Gyan in the attacking. You see, last month when Ghana beat Ethiopia 5-0. So Ghana have a lot of riches in the attack, and so do States, and they're also playing in front of their home fans. So I see a goal for me. The third match, Roasso Kumamoto versus Tokyo Verdy. Quite a funny name. If you're from Kenya, Tanzania, all the Swahili-speaking countries in Africa.
Quite true.
Yes. Roasso Kumamoto there.
Situma cannot contain himself. Situma, are you well?
I'm good.
You're sure, eh?
100% I'm fine.
Tell us your thoughts.
No, let me think first.
Okay, back to the match.
Right.
Roasso Kumamoto versus Tokyo Verdy. Roasso Kumamoto, they are number 3.
Yes.
And they are number 15
Right.
actually in the league. And they've lost 5 matches in a row. Quite disappointing. They're playing versus number 3, Tokyo Verdy, who have a Brazilian in their squad on Douglas Vieira. That's something quite interesting, is that in the Chinese league and the Japanese league, okay, the Far East, they're having too many Brazilians in their squads, and also the coaches.
Yeah.
And for this match, is a straight win for Tokyo Verdy, who are number 3 in the log. And judging by their current form, Roasso Kumamoto, they're not doing too good, and I see a loss for them.
All right, next is China.
Yes, next is China.
Steve's China. At least,
Exactly.
at least
If
he's
he's at home,
representing.
he's happy wherever
Steve,
he is.
we're
If
representing
he's
you.
watching, he's happy.
And I'll try to be articulate just like him. So we have Tianjin Quanjian versus Guangzhou Evergrande,
Right.
who actually the most valuable team in the world. I don't know why people say Real Madrid. Maybe they're trying to focus too much on Europe. But Tianjin Quanjian, not Tianjin Quanjian, sorry.
Evergrande.
Evergrande, Guangzhou Evergrande are the most valuable team, soccer football team in the world.
Okay.
And they're being coached by Filippo Scolari. And they have also two Brazilians in their squad. We have Jackson Martinez and Alan Douglas, and also Paulinho, who's attracting interest. He's a former Spurs player and attracting interest in from Barcelona because he's having a very good season. And we have Fabio Cannavaro coaching Tianjin Quanjian, and they have Alexander Patro, from former Chelsea player and AC Milan player, and also they have Axel Witsel. So this is a big match, if you see, and I'm seeing X2 for this match.
All right, good stuff there. So that is Motiso's multi-bet. No doubt quite what Situma likes to call a cocktail. My question comes with the Spain, or rather the USA-Spain under-21. Do you think the current Spanish under-21 team can give Germany a run for their money? Because you know the German team is quite young, the one that's playing in the Confederations Cup. So do you think they can go toe-to-toe and Spain maybe take it? In a different world, not here.
Okay, mostly, if you see the Confederations Cup, the coach Joachim Low, he didn't bring the big guns.
Yeah.
He brought they have an average of around 24 years in their squad.
23.8.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
that's 24.
they have eight players who are under 21 in that Confederations match. So Germany, actually, I'm surprised they're having a good run in the under 21 because their team is weakened. Although those players are still playing in the Bundesliga, they are first teamers in their teams, but they are quite unknown, unlike the Spain under 21, who are regulars in their matches and they are well known. You see Marco Asensio. He actually scored in the Champions League finals, and he scored a hat-trick in the group stages. We have Sol Niguez, who's a starter in Atletico Madrid. So in their matches, all the matches from the knockouts in the semi-finals and also in the group stages, you've seen Spain. They've had an average of 3 goals a match. They're also conceding but 1 goal in maybe every match. But they have an attacking prowess that is so exciting. This under 21. If someone has been watching, they could see how much Spain are scoring. And with Germany, yes, they had a good run, but it was quite unfortunate for England because England gave them a run for their money.
They really did.
Yes, but it all came down to the penalties, and it's so a draw for Germany.
Which is something that England have gotten used to, losing to Germany over the course of history on penalties.
Yes, very true.
Let us quickly move to Situma's multi-bet. Situma, you started us off. Let's go back to the Brazilian Serie A.
Yeah, of course. As you know me, I always do cocktail. So I've done a Brazilian league, I've done a Japanese, and of course I've done a Major League, Soccer League. So I started with Palmeiras against Grêmio. Grêmio are enjoying their form. They are second on the log. But remember, Palmeiras have had a very good run at home. Whenever they play at home, against big teams, they have had good results. So playing against Grêmio, I've always said, like, if you are going to meet a good team, it's itself is a motivation for the players to make sure that, okay, we have to win this, we have to be at our best, and they're not bad. They have won a couple of games at home, and I believe history, and with their good run at home, they have a chance to win against Grêmio. I did Urawa Red Dynamos against Sanfrecce Hiroshima. This is a Japanese league, and Urawa, they are averagely on mid on the table, and Sanfrecce Hiroshima, they are languishing at the bottom of the log. They are second from down, and the sad thing from this team is that they are letting in goals, so many goals, and they are not scoring. And Urawa, they have had also inconsistent in their games, but playing at home against a a team that is not motivated. They're losing games. They have lost like 4 games on the trot. So I believe they stand no chance to win against Urawa Red Dynamos. I have Colorado Rapids against Houston Dynamo. Houston Dynamo, these are a league that have 2 conferences. We have Eastern Conference and Western Conference. Houston Dynamo, these are the teams that are playing in Western Conference, and Colorado also, they are last on the log. They have had a very horrible season. They are meeting a second team on the log, the team that is enjoying their form. They drew 1-1 against, I think their last game they drew 1-1 at home. They are going to face a lowly team, the team that is not scoring goals, the team that is not doing well. So they have a chance to win the game. We have FC Dallas against Toronto FC. These are we have a Western Conference meeting an Eastern Conference. Toronto FC is leading in Eastern Conference. They have had a very, very wonderful season. They are leading. They are on top of the log. FC Dallas is 4th in Western Conference, but they are not doing somehow good. And going by the form that Toronto is in, then coming to play against Dallas, they are good, and they have a big chance to win against FC Dallas.
All right, good stuff. You've really fallen in love with the MLS, eh?
Exactly.
I think I'll stop him there.
A very quick one, Mutiso.
I tend to disagree with Situma.
Sure.
And if someone is, for the viewers out there, for the fellow bettors who want money, please, if you want to lose money, and if you don't want to be casting Situma tomorrow when you lose your money, or on Monday when you lose your money, then don't follow that prediction from Situma, because I'll tell you this and I'll tell you this again. When it's close, when you have Colorado Rapids against Houston Dynamos, they have an odds of 2 points and 3 points. Also with FC Dallas, 3 points versus 2 points.
Just the odds.
Yes,
have
the
you
odds.
The games, the form they're in, the game they are playing.
I have to cut this short.
Sure.
I'm so sorry. We'll continue this debate on break, which we are taking right now. We will be having a look at the big one. It will be the Confederations Cup final, because Chile will be taking on Germany in a very, very big game that will be on Sunday. So this is the odds. Call us and let us know what you think. 07110464444. And let me see you after the break.
They see life is a game and people the players.
Siku nikimgonga siendelee na game. Naenda nafanya shopping yangu mzuri ya nyumba, nguo zangu pale Moi Avenue na kurelax.
Wakenya wana bet sababu ya pesa.
Youth saizi hawana chapa.
Pia jobs sai Kenya ukiangalia hakuna.
You can't win unless you play. But sometimes playing the game can be frustrating.
I only lost remaining 2 minutes. Nikapoteza 780,000.
But other times, the returns on investment can be life-changing.
Siku kuamuka, nashangaa hii message ni ya nani? Kuangalia 43,000 na nilieka ite sikuamini.
Be a smart investor. Never make the same mistake twice.
Siwezi bet nao, labda ni FC.
Arsenal imekuwa ikinipatia pressure sana.
Before you place a bet, watch the odds with Aida Waringa on Bamba Sport.
Right, this is the odds, and it's basically been 2 weeks of Confederations football action that's actually made a lot of people out there temporarily forget that the major European leagues that they like have been done. So the Confederations Cup will be closing in a penultimate game that will be on Sunday night between Chile and world champions Germany. So how do you think this game is going to go? Well, let's see.
Naitwa Titus. Mimi ni fani wa Germany. Na hii Confederation Cup naona ya kwamba Germany itachukua. The reason being ya kwamba Germany iko na young strikers. They are very vibrant when it comes to football, and they know football.
Kwa majina ni Kevin Omwandez. Mimi naona Chile inaweza shinda juu ya kuna Sanchez factor. Striking yake naona tuko tu sawa.
Naitwa Francis Karanja na mimi naona ni German. Juu wamejipanga sawa sawa na timu yao, wako na vitu zote za kupractice kama Chile. So German ndo watashinda.
Kwa majina ni Stevo. Hii Confederation Cup mimi naona ni German watachukua. Wale ni youth man na wanaweza penya through.
Kwa majina naitwa Gaspas Wafula aka Sando Lise mtaani. Mimi upande wangu natakia Germany ushindi na ninajua by history Germany hushinda cups mingi, na iko na legacy kwa ground, pia iko na wase tunapenda, alafu soka style yao pia ni ile imeimarika. Chile ni kali lakini haiwezi wafikia, waombea Mwenyezi Mungu washike hiyo kitu.
I didn't know we had a Sunday Olise here in Kenya, maybe not quite the original there, but he's going for a Germany win. It's very mixed between Germany and Chile. Let me just sample a few of your comments on social media. We do have at Adera James saying, bravo, asifikirie kutakuwa na mapena, game itaisha first half. Rogers Momanyi saying, Draxler atakonfirmia Chile. Mato Mwirigi saying 7, I don't understand that. Charles Friday Mo, Germany. James Kanja, Germany. And McGriffin Said, Germany machine will take it. Situma, what do you make of the comments that we've seen? Some of the viewers out there saying, look, this is Germany's game. It's theirs to lose.
Yeah, of course. I remember when Confederation was about to start, then I said something here like, I'm going for Germany. They are young squad, inexperienced, but they'll do wonders because they have structures, and it's doing marvelous to them, because having such a young squad and giving the caliber of Chile, their run of money, then you have something to think about. So I believe they stand a chance, and if you compare these two teams, I just love the way German play, because it's a simple and direct football, whereby control ball, pass, control, pass. If you are seeing someone is moving, you have to pass. Unlike if you watch Chile play, and I'll say this, with Arsenal fans, Sanchez is in Chile, somehow he tend to play individual game, and at times it goes on slowing maybe the attack or slowing the momentum of the game. But if you watch German play, it's like if the 3 guys or 2 guys are on the attack, then you put them on. So I believe they still, it will be a tough game, because they drew 1-1 in their group stage, but coming to the final is another game. Yeah. And I believe it will be a tense match, and I'll still give Germany, because they're playing very well. After every game, you see some improvement in Germany when the German play. Yeah. And I think Joachim is doing some wonderful job. And it's actually the reason maybe why they are called the German machine, just in terms of their efficiency. You know, they are an efficient team. Speaking of efficiency, Goretzka and Timo Werner just being absolute revelations in this tournament.
Yeah, I saw yesterday Leon Goretzka scoring 2 goals in 2 minutes, in the 6th minute and the 8th minute. And this will be a match, how can I say this, separating men from boys. And in this finals, will be a very interesting match. And I think it will be quite a reflection with the group stage match, which was 1-1. And Chile, they dominated. They had more possession of the ball. They had more shots on target against the German side. And I think they'll try to show the German side who are the men. Who are the men. Right. Because Joachim Löw didn't bring the big guns here, the likes of Mesut Ozil, the likes of Toni Kroos, the likes of Thomas Neuer. But this German side, they're against all odds. They are winning matches left, right, and center. And in this match, I don't see, even with their brutal defense, Chile, I don't see them preventing Germany from scoring. And I think Germany will get maybe a goal. A goal. And yes. Again, maybe playing a young squad puts Chile in an awkward situation, because we are going to this game. Okay, we are an experienced side, we are big players, but we are facing a young side. And for the Germany, they know we are young. In fact, we have gone further. Where we have reached in the final, it's like we have done a plus for us. So we don't have that pressure. If we lose in the final, it's okay, but we have to go and enjoy ourselves. So it makes it tougher for Chile, because they want to prove a point, and they're playing against a team who has come to just enjoy yourself and make sure that you have a chance maybe to play in Russia. So because there are some guys they are looking for to play in Russia, and I'm very sure they'll be on the plane to Russia. I'm telling you, it's more of practice for this young German outfit, you know. Exactly. But I really like one thing you've said there in terms of Germany. Their efficiency is down to the fact that they're playing as a unit. There's a lot of cohesion in the team, as opposed to, you know, some individualistic teams we have there, even the likes of Portugal, that heavily are reliant on one particular player. But imagine the sort of situation, Situma, where you can afford to rest your Ozils, your Mullers, your Neuers, you know, just you rest them and you still make it to a final. Then you are rich in talent, and I can tell you the structure speaks a lot, because remember, these are squad whereby it has been divided. A certain number has come to Confederation. We have a certain number playing in under 21, and
if you have a culture, believe me, Ida, if I'm not around, you just know how things are done, and you just do the way they are supposed to be done. And you can see the way Germans playing, because Chile must be careful when they have set pieces against Germany, because Germany on the break, they're so dangerous. And the fact, and something that I really wonder is that in German team, we doesn't have those players that have a lot of speed, but the efficiency when they're attacking is so superb, and they make them more dangerous while attacking.
I'm telling you, if there's something Germany has taught us, is the importance, and we keep saying this show in, show out, about the importance of youth structures.
Exactly.
I do believe if there's a talking point and a learning point from football this year, it's what Germany has showed us, Mutiso. But these two teams, that being Chile and Germany, don't have that much history that we can actually base some precedent on. The two teams have just played twice, and I think it's been in this Confederations Cup, with what, Germany winning one and a draw in the other game. But let's have a look at their last five. More specifically, we can start off with Chile's last five. Mutiso, I want you to take us through this. Have they been consistent?
Chile they've not been winning outrightly. You can see in the last 5 matches they drew against Portugal, they drew against Australia, they drew against Germany. They won in these group stages. They won against Cameroon and lost against Romania, which was quite surprising, because at that match I had put some money on Chile, but they lost against Romania, who have been losing left, right and center. So they disappointed me in that match. But when it meets business, I think they turn up for it, and that's what's been happening in this Confederations Cup. They've been getting me money, especially this week, and tomorrow I know they'll get me more money.
All right,
yes.
Stuff. I love how positive and hopeful you are. Let's have a look at the young German machine's last five. The recent form, I would say, has been much better than Chile's. As you can see, they are unbeaten.
Yeah, the statistics can tell you. I just love Germany. I can say that. Exactly. I love German football, and you can see they have 4 wins. They have drawn once. They won against Mexico, won against Cameroon, won against Australia, won against San Marino, and drew against Chile. And if a coach, Joachim has been in charge of Germany for almost 150 games, and he has gone on winning 100 games as a coach.
Yeah.
You are superb, and I think he's taking Germany to another level. And remember, the squad that won the last World Cup, it was the same thing. It was like the group of Ozil, Boateng, and Cruz. It was a youth team, and they made sure that, okay, we can stay in the call for almost 4 years, but when we come out, we are winners, and it's happening now.
You know, the funny thing about that, Situma, is I was actually watching the Mexico-Germany game with someone who doesn't watch football that much or that very often, eh?
Sure.
And like the person was asking me, they were like, hiya, this guy is still coaching Germany. Can you imagine? Like,
exactly.
This is a person who probably watched the last World Cup,
yes,
but can still associate Joachim Low with Germany. So he's really done something for the team.
He has done something good for the German, and that's why if you are a coach, you have to sit down with the federation, you lay out the structures, the vision of the team, the vision of the nation. Like after maybe a couple of years, you want to be somewhere, and you give the coach that time, and you trust him to make sure that he takes you to another level, and it's happening at Germany.
All right, Mutiso, a very quick one to you. Sanchez scored against them in the last game that they went head-to-head on. Will he score again? Will he make it 2 out of 2 against Germany?
Yeah, I think he'll be the man to watch in that match, and because of his individual brilliance, and I think he'll give Germany a run for their money. And as I said earlier, this will be a game separating the men from the boys, and I think Chile will come out on top. I still insist on that.
You know, United fans say that just Mustafi give away, like, okay, I'm giving Sanchez because he's my team, and I give you the gift, go and score.
Right.
And that's
so
why
you're saying he's an Arsenal fan.
That's not really a gift. He's also an Arsenal fan, by the way.
That's what happened in that game.
I don't know where club football is entering into all this. Guys, let me give you the odds. It's 2.96 for Chile to take it and to lift the cup in Russia. So it's 3.23 for a draw between the two teams, and it's 2.48 for Germany to take it. But a lot of people are feeling quite pained by these sort of results, or possible results, if I might put it, gentlemen, because a lot of guys are saying Germany cannot hold the World Cup and the Confederations Cup at the same time. Situma.
And they'll go on winning the under-21
oh my
championship.
How now?
I'm telling you.
Mutiso.
I think he's just trying to spit on my multi-bet that Spain is going to be beaten by Germany. Spain has been scoring an average of 3 goals per match in this
done a lot of
under-20.
investment. He doesn't
Yes,
want
I
to,
have,
he
but
does-
it's
he doesn't
true.
want- He doesn't want to hear anyone saying that Spain will lose against Germany. No way, no way.
I can
But-
bet my blazer on that match
And
tonight.
it's a
Yes.
killer one.
Yes,
It's
it
a
is.
killer blade.
But for me, Confederation, Germany, Chile.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, it's my decision. It's not yours. It's not yours. Better I'll better lose money,
Yes.
but I'll put on Germany.
Okay.
You're putting on Germany.
And
Exactly,
I'm
100%.
telling you, he always puts it on
For the-
Germany and he always wins.
For the
Guys,
bettors out there, please don't lose your money when you listen to Situma, because on Monday morning you'll not be.
No, Confederation.
Your phone will not. Yeah, Confederation. I'm talking about
And then,
Confederation.
you know what
It's
the
on
thing
Sunday.
is, guys. You know we have a number 0711046444. Unfortunately, we do have to apologize. The connection has not been good tonight. So we do know you have been trying to call. A lot of people have been trying to call in. We've not been able to receive calls because our connection is down. We do promise to make it up to you. Thing is this though, guys. That line is forever on. So I'm telling you, these people, if they lose Situma, they will call us.
They will call. Can I give my prediction now?
Listen,
Can I give my
listen,
prediction
I've
now?
not told anyone to put money on. I said it's my decision.
And Germany has never disappointed.
But
Exactly.
we are
It
live
has
on
never
TV.
been-
You're for the betters. You want to give the guys money. You're predicting for them,
Situma-
but it's not your
They have to
prediction.
listen to you
Guys,
because
I
you're
do
an
have to cut
investor.
this short. Situma, you've predicted a Germany win.
Germany
Give
win.
us goals.
2-0.
2-0 to Germany.
Exactly.
Wow.
Quick one for you,
Wow.
Mutiso.
This will be under 2.5.
And under 2.5, who will win it though?
If it's not
We do need a winner.
it's if for
Yes.
correct score, I'll
Don't go
give a
GG.
1-0 for Chile.
Yeah.
If for playing safe, because in the group stages it ended 1-1,
Right.
and Germany has been scoring left, right, and center. So maybe a 1-1.
Okay.
A 1-1.
But it will be under
This one.
2.5.
Okay,
That's the
help
main
me.
one.
We are
Help me here.
continuing with this conversation after the show ends. And I know people at home want to see
I
how
want
this
him to
will
help
go.
me here.
We might
Okay.
send you a small video, guys. Keep it on our social media. But we do have to wrap things up on that note. We don't want to, but we have to. That ends the show for tonight. Keep talking to us on social media. So many comments have been pouring in. Who do you think will take it? Celestine Etiang saying the Germans will carry the day. Emmanuel Moore saying Germany Wapo. Ruben Munyonde saying Chile. And Ibrahim Shikanda saying Chile. Alexis Sanchez Nimoto. Continue letting us know who you think will take it. For myself and these two gentlemen, we bid you good night. May the odds be forever in your favor. Good luck and good night. Let's continue this away from the cameras. Bye, guys.
You should have a fire extinguisher here.
I'm telling you.